Good morning. It is June before the 10th, I think. I want to say it's like the 6th or 7th. I would check, but you can't really do that when you're filming on a phone, and I don't want to redo this again. It's, I would guess, just before 7. I woke up at like 6:30, and I have not been awake for that long. So I am drinking my coffee, trying to revive myself. This is about the 4th or 5th time that I've tried to film a gardening video, and originally that was because I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, and I did not like the way that I was filming it, and so I wanted to redo the filming, and so I had done it so many times, and then last night I still didn't have it how I wanted it. But last night I was like, I'm just gonna suck it up and put together the video anyway. So I got it on my computer, started working on it. I put my headphones in to edit because I learned that that's what you're supposed to do. And I realized that every single time, even though I feel like I was consciously trying to make an effort not to, I had my thumb over the microphone while I was filming. So you couldn't hear a word I was saying. Well, you kind of could, but it sounded like I was talking through a sponge. There's a little wasp saying hi this morning. So luckily I had to take a media class in college, and I have a little clip-on mic, which seems kind of extra. But if I'm going to go through the trouble of filming these, I want people to be able to hear. So I don't feel like that's too much to ask. The first few videos that I had filmed were all garden tours. They're useful for me. Maybe I'll do one eventually that I'll share. But they just felt kind of weird, and I didn't want that to be like the first thing that I ever really put out into the world about gardening. For real. And so this morning, what I've been doing lately is picking in the morning. I pick, it's either a garden day or a gym day, because I can't do both. Maybe if I went to the gym more often, I could do both. But I'm dealing with some back pain issues right now, and if I do both, then I'm kind of useless the next day. And I do have to go to work at about 10. So I've got like 3 hours to try to get some stuff done. I've got a pretty long list. But I don't know if I picked garden today. Obviously, I'm not going to the gym this morning. There's a pretty long list of what I need to do, and I don't think I'm going to get it all done today. So maybe I'll just have to pick garden again tomorrow morning. And I need to weed eat. I desperately need to weed my walkway from my front porch to my back porch. It's just a giant weed pit. And I have some weeds going in my front garden and my side garden near my greenhouse. I need to hang a shade cloth on my chicken coop. I need to water. I have a sprinkler over on my potatoes. I probably need to move that to the other side of the potato patch. What else? I need to water just my potted plants up here. I need to water my greenhouse. It's a pretty long list. I don't think I'm going to get to all of it today. I'm going to try to at least weed eat today, because it's getting kind of tall over by my gardens, and I'm going to try to, I know I need to hang the shade cloth over my chicken coop. Maybe I'll do that first. Actually, I'm going to go over to my vegetable garden first, move my sprinkler, come over, try to hang up the shade cloth on my chicken coop. I'll show you why I need to do that. So, from the picnic table to the chicken coop. Right now, I don't know, yeah, you can see they needed more shade. I have one tin roof panel. What are those? Probably like 24 by 2 by 9, 2 by 10 maybe. Right now, they needed more shade because I had one roofing panel on the back. So we had some scrap plywood hanging out over here behind the chicken coop, and we threw it up there, and it kept on blowing off, and so David put a cinder block on top. As you can tell, you know, this is really, I think this is a pretty nice chicken coop, honestly. It's made some really good scrap lumber. But this middle bar is not one continuous piece. It was more of a temporary fix, but we had never, you know, come up with a permanent fix. So the combination of the plywood, the cinder block, and that is making the roof sag in a little bit. It's not like it's gonna fall or anything, and even if it does, it won't really hurt anything unless one of the chickens is like directly below it. But they're pretty fast, and I know they're really fast because they're like impossible to catch. So I don't think it would hurt anything. But I do not like how it looks, and I do really want to fix the roof because you can't walk in there standing up anymore. So I just need to get all of this off, get a different bar for the top. I think we've got an old telephone pole that's been split in half hiding somewhere. So I'm going to put that over the top, screw that in, get the roof fixed, and then hang the shade cloth. Hopefully that will take me not a lot of time, but I doubt that it won't take me a lot of time because I'm slow when it comes to this kind of thing. I almost forgot to move my potato sprinkler. Look who's awake. Where is she? Okay, potato sprinkler has been moved. So my actual game plan to fix this, I need to go find some kind of post or board that's the right length. It's the perfect length. Couldn't have done that if I tried. And then drop it over the top, take off the plywood and the cinder block, then go inside and use the sagging post that's in there and just screw it up through the chicken wire to the new post. And then that'll just lift the whole thing and give it kind of double support. And then I'm just gonna hang the shade cloth over the top using the hardware that it came with. I think it came with the hardware. If not, I'm just gonna have to figure something else out. This is gonna take me a while, and I don't wanna take up all my phone space. So I'm gonna pause this and show you when it's done. I got the cedar post up top that's kind of holding everything up. It did raise it a good 8 or 9 inches, which is nice. I can walk in there again. They had D-rings on the edge, so kind of as a placeholder, because I was doing this by myself, I put a screw in top and then just looped the D-ring around it just so it could stay in place as I stretched it. And the front two, or not even in the front two, and that one I left it there just because it won't hurt anything. And then once I got to the other corners, I just did like a hitch through the D-ring and wrapped it around the cedar pole and then just tied it as many times as I could. The really annoying thing about this kind of rope is that it's impossible to get really tight knots. So it's just kind of in there as best as I can get it. I don't think it'll blow off. Even if it does, I doubt all 4 knots would come undone. It would still be attached and I could come out here and just reattach it. But it's nice that it isn't super permanent, because in the summer I can have it up, and then in the winter I can take it down when I want them to have more sun to be a little bit warmer. I left the one roofing panel up top. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Keep water out of their feeder. They're already so much happier. Before, the only spot that had sun was had shade was this corner, because that's where I had the plywood. And so they'd all kind of stay over there once the sun came out. But now they have a lot more space. And I think they're a lot happier. They seem a lot happier. But now I need to go turn my sprinkler off. So I was going to go turn the sprinkler off, but I remember that I haven't given this garden a really good watering in a while. So I'm going to let it go here for now while I finish cleaning up for my chicken coop repair. So the next job I want to get done is finishing mulching with leaves. I got most of the garden done yesterday, but I need to get this done first, and because they need to mow in here, and it's a big pain in the butt to mow around a jumbo pile of weeds. So that is all going anywhere that I can see dirt is getting a big old pile of leaves on top of it. So I just finished mulching. It's not exactly a clean, fun job. I'm covered in it and sweat, and so it's sticking to me because I'm sweaty. And there are a lot of spiders in it, and that's my least favorite part of this job. But my favorite part is this. Look at that. Everything covered in leaves. Even I got it in my raised beds. The only spot I didn't put it was right there because I've got some dill seeds coming up. I'm gonna wait till they're a little bit bigger. I even did my pathways, which I don't always do because sometimes I run out of leaves. But David was over here with the tractor with the bucket on it yesterday. And he's got a big pile over there, so I just had him drop me some piles. But look, I got my peppers. I got my potatoes. I think I'm gonna pull some of these up. Let's see. They are going a little thick, and I do want to eat some new potatoes for dinner tonight. Let's pick a big one. I did just water these, so they should come up pretty easily. Oh, yes. Look at that. I love the Ruth Stout method. I don't understand why people grow potatoes any other way. Look at that. There's the seed potato. That wrinkly one. And then the rest will be dinner tonight. Maybe I'll pull up another one. Okay, so I'm covered in dirt and sweat. I'm finally finishing the last few sips of my coffee, which are now cold, but it's getting hot out here, so I'm not going to complain about that. But I finished 2 items on my list. Fixed the chicken coop / gave them some more shade. 3. I finished 3 items on my list. Watered the potatoes, and I finished mulching the veggie garden. So now I've got the sprinkler going on my other side garden over there. I might leave that for just a few more minutes while I sit here and finish my coffee, and then I'm gonna go I need to go water my greenhouse. I need to water all of my potted plants, water my greenhouse, and then I'll see if I have time to weed some of my other garden beds that just need a little bit of touch up in some spots, especially the front one. The weeds in the front garden are awful. So I'm going to sit here, finish my coffee, and then go start on that. I'll have to drag a lot of hoses around, which is definitely my least favorite part of gardening. Like, I'm not a big fan of weeding, but dragging hoses just makes me so angry. So I'm going to get that out of the way, and then get to watering. And that is why dragging hoses is my least favorite. It's cardio. So quick little greenhouse tour right before I water. I harvested my garlic yesterday. I only got 12 out of 200. Awesome. Leftover peppers and some basil I need to get in the ground. Some second batch of seeds that I started. Mostly, I got some cucumbers here. The rest are flowers and herbs. One lonely zinnia. Some black-eyed Susans that I'm not willing to give up on, even though I planted them 4 months, or not 4 months ago, back in April. And they haven't come up yet, so I don't think they're going to come up. A tomato, some flowers and herbs, some delphinium that I need to pot up, and some more flowers and herbs, and then some calendula that I probably also need to give up on. It's been this size for about 3 weeks now, and it's yellowing. So I don't know what's going on with that. And then I've got some French Alpine strawberries here. I only get a couple a day, but they'll keep going for months, and they're really sweet and yummy. But yeah, I'm just going to water these, prop the door open because it's going to get hot today, and then go start. Well, then I have to water what's over by the house, but then I'll start weeding. So I just finished watering, and I've decided that I'm going to try to weed eat because I was looking, and a lot of the weeds along the edges of my gardens look like they're getting ready to go to seed, and I don't want that because then I'll just have more weeds. So I'm gonna go put some boots on and some glasses or sunglasses or something so I don't get stuff in my eye, and then try to get that done. So I look even more like a goober in my jumbo-sized garden jeans and my rain boots and my sunglasses. But this is what I usually wear when I garden because it's comfortable. So I've got this battery-operated weed eater. I really love it. It's just the Cobalt 140 V Max, if that means anything to you. Doesn't to me. But yeah, I just use this. It's really nice because I don't have to get it started. And that's the hard thing for me, is getting gas-powered garden tools started, because I just can't really get the momentum to throw them to the ground and pull the string and not throw them onto the ground. So, battery operated for me. I'm gonna get that hooked up and start going. So I just finished weed eating. I'm not gonna get to actually weeding most of my walkways in my gardens today. I have to be at work in 15 minutes. I have to shower, change, eat, get the dog ready to go, and leave. Oh, look at all that shut up on me. My phone is just about full. I'm almost out of data. So hopefully this video is good enough to put out somewhere and you can actually hear me because I don't have my thumb over the microphone. Oh, can you see how much my arm is shaking from holding up the weed eater? Okay. That's kind of a heavy garden maintenance routine for this morning. I did end up doing a lot more than I thought I would. Usually I just kind of weed and water and putz around and see what needs to be done. But today I had a big list that needed to get done. So I don't do this every morning, but that was about a solid 3 hours of work and I'm very happy about it. So I'll see you next time. Bye.